Hello, everyone. So, before I start off, I'd like you all to take a deep breath. Can you feel the oxygen running through your nose to your lungs? Good. If you feel so, well, that's good. Because at the rate at which we are going, by 2050, who knows, oxygen may start coming with a service fee and a 30-second complimentary ad about cryptocurrency. I am here to talk about sustainability. You all might wonder, Ayo, one more person who's here who's going to lecture about how I should not use plastic straws while billionaires are taking private jets to different countries just to eat sandwiches. This isn't about to be a lecture. This is a therapy session for our planet. We are going to compare the old school ways and the modern ways of living sustainably, and also we are going to discover how our grandparents were accidentally one of the best environmentalists to ever live on the planet. First, let's go back in time, probably to the time when I was 5. Whenever long distance relatives or guests came home, they always brought a box of butter cookies. Yum! Who doesn't like butter cookies? So, as any other normal person, all our family members discuss about who should get an equal share and how to make sure that these cookies last a bit longer. Let's say the cookies got over for probably it lasted for 3 days. On the 4th day, I go to the kitchen to drink some water and I see the cookie container on top of the kitchen counter. I wonder, how come cookies are not over? I thought everyone liked them. I opened that cookie jar to see hundreds and thousands of needles and threads in all colors: black, blue, green, black, grey, everything. And also a button from my grandfather's t shirt in 1974. Well, I tilt my head slightly towards the left to see hundreds of plastic bags. This is the rawest form of conservation. Imagine you're feeling very hungry, you open the fridge to find a box of ice cream. You're like, oh my god, let's go, ice cream. I want to eat it. I feel the cravings. You open the box, and what do you find? Bunch of coriander leaves. Literally, a bunch of coriander leaves. And at this juncture, I understood why foreign people find Indian women so intriguing. That's because our women love our objects so much that they go as far as to name them. Like, for an instance, my grandmother one day she told Reyansh, go get Ramanamurthy from the closet. I was left scratching my head. Who in the world is Ramanamurthy? Only to find out that Ramanamurthy is the container in which my grandmother keeps his sambar powder. So, in a world that we live today, we have apps for everything, literally everything. I am sitting on the sofa scrolling on my phone when I get a notification saying, Reyansh, your neem plant is very depressed. Go water it a bit and shower it with some love. Today, we live in a world where we buy yoga pants for $100 that are made up of recycled water bottles. Like, you could rather use those water bottles, put in some soil, plant a new seed, and hallelujah, you got a new plant. This is the simplest way of conservation. Today, we just plan on replacing everything instead of repairing them. Today, if my phone were to crack and I go to a technician, he'd be like, are you trying to ask me to do a heart transplant to a mosquito? Just buy a new phone, bro. Shh, this is between you and me. I'll give you 40% off on a new model. Just upgrade it for me. I think this is one of the only generations I've seen that people buy eco-friendly trash bags. Like, seriously, you're buying a product which is designed to be thrown away to save the world. This is like asking your diabetic grandfather to eat gulab jamun and reduce his blood sugar levels. So, what's the difference? Why do all of these matter, you may ask? Let's imagine that there's a table over here. This is the table that all of our grandparents and our parents have shed their sweat, have shed their effort with zero technology, and have gone as far as to socialize with their neighbors so that if they require any materials which they don't have currently, they can borrow it instead of buying something new. But we want to change the world by sitting in our sofas. We want to change the world with 100% technology and 0% effort. We want smart homes so that we don't have to get up from the sofa and we can just switch off the lights automatically. Well, what do all this cost? All of this technical stuff. This just helps us lose our sense of place. When you grow a tomato on your own, you feel the hard work and you care about the rain. But when you buy a smart tomato, the only thing you care about is a Wi Fi signal. So, what's the fix, you may all ask? Should we all hoard a lot of butter cookie tins and stitch our clothes from old curtains? Well, actually, I think maybe a bit. The future isn't about choosing between modern ideas. It's not about choosing modern ideas or new ideas. It's about putting them together, making a mashup. It is using your modern GPS technology to find the old farmer's market. It is using your modern YouTube to find the simplest techniques of fixing a leaking faucet. Keep the smartphones, but adapt the grandma mentality. Whenever you plan on buying anything, think, is this going to fit in my tin of cookies? Or is it actually necessary at this point? Sustainability isn't about being a perfect leaf eating saint. It's about being less of a consumer and more of a contributor. Earth is not like a rental car where you just drive it for as long as you want and you leave it at the airport with no fuel. It's a home. So let's adapt to our grandparents' mentality. Let's fix things and share. And before I wrap up, I have a task for all of you. Go home, take a can, take a can of wherever your grandparents keep threads or buttons and ask them the story behind it. Trust me when I say this, most of them will give you a detailed explanation because that's how much respect, value, and gratitude they have towards their things. Thank you.